Hello, welcome back to Hearth and Hook. I am Amber, and I would like to talk to you today about one of my favorite crochet books of all time, and it is by Kate Eastwood. It is Crochet, Wreaths, and Garlands. I ordered this off Amazon. I'm not sure when, but it's about 6 or 7 years old. It was published in 2019. And it retails for $20 US, so $19.95, I think. Anyway, I think this is a really good reference book and a really good idea book. And there is one thing that I don't particularly love about Kate's designs, and I will talk about that as we go, but I want to show you how beautiful this book is. So it is a paperback and it's not super thick, but it is packed, absolutely packed with beautiful layouts and colors. The other thing I absolutely love about this book is that each end has a cardboard flap so you can save your place. And I know that's a silly thing. Obviously there's bookmarks, but it really makes it a very user-friendly working book. Okay, so here are some of the ideas in here. You can see there's little bauble garland, I think is what they call that. And then a wreath and a rose wedding one, a birdhouse one, and a fall wreath. Okay, one of my favorite things about this book is all the different design elements that you learn doing it. So like this Easter one, I'm not sure how to get the best picture on here, but those carrots and the eggs, that is just precious. And if you're newer to crochet or not quite sure exactly how to make that carrot shape exactly carroty, this will show you that. And that is just fantastic. Another one that she does a good job of showing, this beautiful wedding garland that she puts over the back of chairs. And it shows the roses. I'm trying to show those up close because they're just absolutely gorgeous. And she uses several different yarns, and one of them has a halo effect, and I'd never seen that with roses, and I really, really like it. So yeah, she goes into a lot of detail on how to do each of these individual elements. And in that way, this is an amazing reference. Like if you don't know how to make hearts, this one is I'm sorry, I am struggling on the struggle bus. I'll figure this out eventually. But that heart garland is super, super lovely for figuring out how to just make hearts. And I learned on this, and I have made hearts that are several different places around our house. I have one over by the stove. It just seems to be perfect for reminding me that I want to cook with love and to bless my family whenever I'm making things. So I love that you learn all kinds of really good basic life type elements. There's a whole Christmas section, which makes sense because that's when you traditionally think of wreaths, but you learn to make these trees and those stars and put it all together in different ways. There are a lot. One of my other favorite ones is a really simple, let me see if I can find it. It's just a plain bauble, and here it is. She did it as a heart shape and just tied all these baubles together. And I love, love, love how that came out. It's just absolutely gorgeous. My one criticism of Kate Eastwood designs generally, and this is a personal preference, so it's not so much a criticism of her work because it works for a lot of people and it is extremely simple to catch on to. It just makes sense really simply. But my criticism is that most of the elements are individually made, and I really appreciate when I don't have to weave in a bunch of ends, but because I'm making so many different elements, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. So, something like this lovely fall wreath where you see the little tops of those apples where it has a little wood stem and then green leaves. those would each be individually made and either need to be tied in or glued in. And that is one thing I appreciate, is if you're making this as wreaths or garlands, she highly recommends just using hot glue. Like, why make it more difficult for yourself than you need to? And I love that idea, especially if you are going to make all the elements individually. And I don't have a better way to do it. I just know that I have made a few of her wreaths, or various elements of her wreaths, and I found them to be really tedious. For example, I made a little bunny with a wreath set that she did for a little box of crochet. It's a UK company that does subscription boxes. It's my very favorite subscription box service. And Kate was the designer for one of their Easter wreaths. And it's a little wreath, like it's probably about this big. And it has a little bunny in it that's like holding an egg. And it's really cute as can be. But each of the elements of the rabbit are made separately and then either sewn in or glued on. So like individual arms, individual legs, individual ears, all of that, it just felt slightly daunting to make each of those individual elements. Now, some people will absolutely love that, because then all they have to do is that specific element, and it's easy to figure it all out and to put it all together. And it gives you a little more flexibility if you want, say, the arms to be doing something instead of just the way that it's portrayed. That gives you that flexibility. So again, this is a personal preference, not necessarily a bad thing at all. Just wanting to warn you, if that would annoy you. It certainly hasn't annoyed me enough to stop supporting her work. I have purchased several of her patterns. This book, I believe she might also have other ones. I follow her on Instagram. I really, really love her stuff. So she has very good and clever designs. The way she puts things together, especially for the home, I feel like this is just a fun one for a house. You can easily incorporate a cute little bunting in a baby's room, or I happen to have several staircases with banisters, and I feel like bunting is really awesome for that. And so she is really good at coming up with elements that would look amazing for bunting. Okay, so the book is Crocheted, Wreaths and Garlands by Kate Eastwood. And I am Amber from Hearth and Hook, and I hope you enjoyed this review.